Wow. Wow, that's literally like somebody put like a lemon sherbet sweet or lemon sherbet powder, just poured it into a beer, like a lager or something. A light lager, mix it up, and then bang, there you go.
You thirsty, partner?
Hello, welcome back to the Thirsty Foreman channel. Hope you're all enjoying the content. If you are, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know you're enjoying the content and hopefully help that algorithm over time. So yeah, so I imagine the algorithm is probably on the floor at the minute with the lack of videos I've been doing recently. So yeah, so apologies for that. Basically, yeah, come back, been away from, obviously we did our travels. I haven't finished even uploading all of them yet, but I will be just eventually drip feeding and drip feeding all that content till it's all out. But yeah, essentially what the situation is that once I've come back from my travels, I kind of had to lock in a bit, find myself a job and get all of that sort of situation sorted. So then the money was coming in, so I can continue to do these sort of videos. But now I've got that all sorted and done dusted, got myself a new job. I've had to lock in for a bit to kind of learn the ropes and know what I'm doing essentially. But yeah, now that's in place, starting to find my feet. We're going to start to use a bit more time that we've got on the weekends now to really start getting back on the train, jump back on the saddle and get some more content out. So, and that kind of leads to our next adventure. So I'm on the train at the minute, as you can see. We are on our way to Alton. So why am I on our way to Alton? So I've got a close mate that lives there, and he's given me a heads up that there's actually a beer festival going on in Alton. So, and I haven't been to a beer festival in absolutely ages. So I've been keeping a little eye out, see what there may be out there. What sort of festivals may be out there. But then he's given me the heads up and the word that there's a beer festival going on. So I thought, I've got to check it out, see what it's about, see what good beers there are, see what the vibes are like. Hopefully it's going to be a good time. So so we're just pulled up in Farnham now. So I think we're generally quite close. We're going to, and then once we get there, we'll show you what it's all about. So, see you on the other side for that. Okay, so we are here, ladies and gents, here in the town of Alton. A lovely little chopper bike going past. Don't know if that's a Harley or not. But yeah, we're here in the lovely quaint village of Alton. So, been here a couple of times before. Must say, it's a nice little place. And apparently like this beer festival, so I think it's going to be happening in or around like a pub that I've been to before here. So can't remember the name of the pub at the minute, but I'll get that up onto the next clip for you. So what's the name of the pub? 10 Ton. The 10 Ton. So the 10 Ton we're going to do. So I've been to that pub once before, but I've never actually drunk an alcoholic beer in there before. So I was on the way back from a previous shenanigans, and I was driving at the time, so I could only have a non-alcoholic beer. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what actual alcoholic bevies and tipples are going to be at this place. Well, this pub and maybe a few other breweries. I'm not 100% sure if there's going to be some more different bits. And I'm sure there was a burrito spot in there as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what munch and what beer skis they've got in this place. So yeah, fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. Okay folks, so we are inside the festival or the centre now. So what I didn't realise, the kind of setup here and how much it actually was to get in. So it actually cost me 50 quid to get in, so which is maybe a little bit steep. So it has included a glass that we get to keep, and we get to try all of our. We get to try all of the beers up here. I'll show you a little tour of them. And all of these beers are free or included in the price. Depending on how much you drink, it could be potentially good value for money. So yeah, I'm going to go and get a beer myself. So yes, can I get a full disclosure? Lovely, cheers, thank you very much. So I've gone for the full disclosure here, which is a New England Pale Ale. Yeah, made by the brewer called Beer Riff, which is in Swansea. So yeah, I used to live in Swansea for a little while. Cheers, thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. So yeah, I used to be in Swansea for a little while. So yeah, know the place a little bit well. So yeah, so I tell you what, I'm going to give that a go and give my thoughts on it. So cheers. Right, lovely. So, right, okay, so we're just moving on. So let's give me my thoughts on this New England IPA. So first of all, it's got a very lovely floral smell scent to it. Then the look of the beer itself, it has got I'd say like a light, but sort of like an opaque sort of colour. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I do like in a beer. So I don't like if it's too dark myself. And when you're tasting it, for me, yeah, I taste it. It's quite hoppy. Yeah, it's got a very nice taste to it. So I'm not sure what the exact hops that are used in there are, but yeah, I really enjoy that. So like I was saying, look, it's not probably my most favourite beer on the planet, but it's very good, solid beer. So what am I going to be giving that out of 10? I think I'm going to be giving that good and solid. Yeah, good and solid. Yeah, good and solid 7.3 out of 10. So yeah, pretty good beer. But I'm looking forward to trying some more in a sec and seeing what other beers there is to come. Cheers. Okay, so now we sat down. We thought I'd show you a little bit of the menu that we've got here. So what we got is it shows you all your pale ales and your lagers right here. Got all of those to choose from. You've got your continental beers, your darks, and your fruited sours. So I just had a pale ale. I'm trying to remember which one that was. It's the New England one. That was the one, yeah, full disclosure, thank you. So my friends are much better at remembering the beers than I am. It was the full disclosure one that we went for. So that was pretty good. So might even have a little, seeing as we paid a fair chunk and yeah, we can drink as much as we like, I'm probably going to have a real good try and a dabble of all these different types of beers and get a good whirl of the different types. And I can let you know what I think is my favourite, maybe what types are my favourite. Admittedly, it's more likely that the pales are going to be my favourite types, and then we can go from there. But also, as well as that, we this event includes cheese, which is a bit funny, a bit ironic for me because I'm not a massive cheese lover. But yeah, if you are into your cheeses, it's got a big menu here. It's going to talk about all these different cheeses, and it will tell you to sort of like the match, what it matches with it really. So you got your St. Helena cheese, yeah, St. Helena. You got your, so you got your Maida Vale, Shropshire Blue. And it's going to tell you the best types of beers to go with it. I might see if I can dabble in a little bit of cheese that I might like, or at least just not hate so much. And then kind of see whether I think they're right, and potentially maybe it enhances the experience and makes it a little bit better. So yeah, so we're going to see that, but I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that at least there might be some different options or food to try, as well as cheese. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting towards the end of my beer at the minute. So My friend is a lot more pacier than me at the minute. So he's a lot more thirsty than me. So he's on his second beer, and he has tried the Easy Pale Mosaic. So that's interesting because I was going to be going for that one next. So I wanted to maybe try a beer that was made with Mosaic hops, which I assume it would be. But yeah, but I've tried his beer here, so I'll just show you like a close up of his beer there. For me, yeah, I can't say I'm a massive fan of that. For me, it's hard to describe what it smells like. But the smell of that beer is not pleasant. Whereas compared to here, a lot more florally, a lot more light. So I smell not good. I wouldn't advise that at all. Then when I go to taste it as well, it's not great. It's got a bit of an aftertaste, which isn't really my cup of tea. How I describe it, I don't know if bitter is the right word. I'm not too sure on that. It's a bit more of a golden colour. If I was going to be rating that one, I don't know. It's really not for me. I'd be rating that probably a 4.8 if I was going to be reviewing that. So I'll probably go for a 4.8. I'm going to give that a swerve. I'm maybe going to try something a little bit different. So I want to, as I mentioned earlier, I want to do a little dabble in all the different types of beers. I might go in and try a nitro stout right off the bat. Get that done. Whilst I haven't had too many beers and my palate hasn't hopefully been ruined. Well, it won't be ruined too much by having lots of different beers and then following up with a stout. So I think stout is very much a sort of its own sort of like standalone, standout type of beer. So I'm keen to get that done. And give you my thoughts on that one. Right, contrary to my last clip, I promise you I've only had this one small glass of beer, but it wasn't the Easy Pale Mosaic, it was the World's End, which makes a lot more sense. Done by the brewer Delphic. So I'm going to be giving that a swerve, and I will actually try the Easy Pale Mosaic. I think I'm going to do the Nitro Stout, the Bang the Elephant. I'm not sure about the name of that one. Bang the Elephant, but we'll give that a go next, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. Right, so here we go, ladies and gents, on beverage number 2 of the day. So we are on the Old Silk Road, which is made by Bang the Elephant, and it's a nitro stout, 4.3%. Let's give it a go, see what I think. So first impressions, does look pretty good. Smelling it, oh, that's good. Yeah, I'd say it's got like notes of, chocolate, notes of coffee. I really sense this is going to be an interesting little drop. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Let's go. Cheers. Wow, okay, that's different, I told you earlier it's got the notes, and smelling it, or the notes of the scent of coffee, hugely got that taste as well. So you take it in, you drink it, and then as you're taking it down, you get a real like bitter coffee sort of like aftertaste punching in the back of your throat as you're drinking it. But it does have that hum of chocolate as well. It's really, really nice. I'm trying to think, I'm trying to compare it to some other sort of stouts I've had in the past. So obviously your Guinness is going to be your main one that you compare it to, but I'm trying to compare it as well to Murphy's that I've had and compare it to London Black. What do I think? Don't get me wrong, I think it's nice, but do I prefer it to having a pint of Murphy's or a pint of London Black? I don't think I do. I think if I was given two of them side by side, like a pint of London Black and a pint of this, for example, the Old Silk Road, I'd have to go for the London Black, I think. So it's a nice beer. It's interesting, it's different. Do I prefer that or the previous beer, which was the full disclosure? I think I prefer the full disclosure. Maybe that's just personal preference, personal taste, but yeah, that's just what I think of it. So, what I think it's an interesting beer, but I think there's better out there. So, therefore, I'm going to be giving that a 7 on the nose. So yeah, 7 out of 10. That's my thoughts on the Old Silk Road by Bang the Elephant. There we go. Cheers. Right, okay folks, so beer ski or Beveruni, number 3 of the day. So we are back on here, off the stouts now. We're going to be sticking to the beers and various different types of that sort of stuff for the rest of the night. So we are now on to the very, very top one. We are actually, for real this time, having the Easy Pale Mosaic, made by Stardust, pale ale at 3.8%. So yeah, first impressions, this looks pretty good to me. So it's got a nice dark colour. And the reason why I went for it is Easy Pale Mosaic. I assume it's going to be made with Mosaic hops. So when I've had that in the past, so I think I had a beer in Winchester once. It's quite a nice beer, I must say. It was a bit different, a bit quirky. So that's what I'm kind of hoping it's going to be for this next beer. So yeah, let's give it a go. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Cheers. Oh wow, that is quirky and that is different. So like when I'm smelling it, it didn't have as much of a smell as the first beer that I had, which was Reminder Myself, which was the Full Disclosure. So it didn't have as much of a sense of that. But when I taste that, it's very unusual. It's almost florally when you drink it. Yeah, that's really that's actually really nice. I do enjoy that. Let's have another swig, just to clarify it. Yeah, that's actually nice, yeah. I don't think it quite breaks with the wet whistle barrier. I'm trying to think how it compares to the Full Disclosure. So I think the Full Disclosure, I'm going to just say it right now, I thought it was a little bit harsh in my review. I'm going to bump it up from 7.3 to a 7.8. I think it is a lot better beer than I originally gave it credit for. This, I think it's a nice beer. Don't quite think it's quite as good as Full Disclosure, but I do think it's a good beer. So that one, I'm going to be giving 7.5 out of 10. Cheers. Right, okay folks, so next job we're going to be reviewing like what sort of food they've got. So I mentioned earlier they've got some cheeses there. I want to see if it's just cheese or they've got other bits to go for. So we're going to pop through the doors right here, have a little look, see what they got. So just coming through here, we've got the lounge bar, we got, what's it, so we've got your hot honey sort of spices. Okay, it's nuts, right, so you've got bar snacks you can pay for, and you've got your cheeses right there. Okay, that's interesting. So we're going to go to the lounge bar as well to see if they've got any other bits to eat as well. So let's have a goosey gander. Oh yeah, have you got like stuff to eat here or not? Is it just?
Yeah, just in there.
Oh, just in there. Yeah, cool. Okay, right. So we're going to go through here. Have a little look. Wow. Okay, right. This is a lot more interesting. So it's got like a full like street. Very much. Right. This is much better. We've got a street food bit here. So we've got like tacos here. Hand pressed tacos with marinated pork shoulder, palace salsa, pickled red onion. That is 1,000% what I'm going to go for. So yeah, that is looking a million times better. I got chili and fennel sausage rolls as well, but I think it's going to be the tacos I'm going to have to try, and that is what I'm going to go for. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, so food review time. So I've gone for this, which is the we've got to sell some tacos, as I just mentioned and saw on the board earlier. So admittedly a little bit pricey, so 12 quid for two of them. So it's 6 quid per taco. So hopefully it's going to be justified the quality and the taste of it compared to the price. Yeah, it's pulled pork tacos. See, with like a little bit of like a red onion and then a little bit garnish on top. So let's try it. Cheers. Wow, that's good. That pork shoulder spot on. There's loads of lime juice in there as well, so it's really zesty. So a little bit pricey, but very nice food. I'm going to be giving that good and solid. Good. I'll probably just put it on as a 9, just due to the fact that it's a little bit pricey. So yeah, very good food here. Anyway, cheers. Right, so we got somebody wants to get involved. So what beer you got yourself?
I have what beer have I got? Demolisher.
Demolisher. All right. What's your thoughts on the?
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. So,
How good was it?
yeah, out of 10, what would you give it?
7.
7. Yeah.
7, yeah.
7 on the nose. Yeah.
7 on the nose. Yeah.
7 on the nose. Brilliant. That's it. Good.
Okay.
Good to get your thoughts. All right. Super. All right. Cheers. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a mate to go and grab some beverages at the minute. So it's going to be tipple number 4 of the day. So I'm going to be getting a fancy lemon sour. So it's in the meanwhile whilst we wait. So you can see that if I show you the back of this poster here, so what I forgot to show you, or what I didn't show you, is here what's on the back here. So we've got like various different like entertainment bits throughout the day. So if we look, so you can probably hear in the background, there's like a brewer's panel. So like, as far as I can tell, it'll be like some of the brewers that are here today brewing their beers are going to be just chatting about their journey or something, and chatting about the sort of beers that they make, how they got up there, how they got to where they are, and just sort of beers that they do, and then maybe like sort of different festivals that they do. I assume it's that sort of thing. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I haven't listened to it that much. So, thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Lovely. So that was the Brewers panel. So what we've got next, though, is happening right now, 6 o'clock in the evening, and that is the close-up magic. So you can see on this table that we've got in the background. So we've got a guy here with cards doing his magic tricks. And he's going to be doing a little bit of magic for us. So we're going to see how that is. Hopefully that'll be a good bit of fun. Anyway, we're on the next beer now, so I've just got it, and that is the Fancy Lemon. So it is twice brewery called Twice Brewed sour. So it's a weak one, this one, so 2.8%, but that's okay with me as well. So if I'm having a lot of beers throughout the day, don't always have to blow your head off. I'm quite happy just having a nice chilled one. So first impressions of the sour. It looks nice. It looks very similar to the to that last bit, I think it was, and that was the mosaic one, wasn't it? So the Easy Pale Mosaic beer. So if I give it a sniff, it smells very, very citrusy, very lemony. So we've had a little look, we've had a sniff of it. Let's give it a taste now. Cheers. Wow. Wow, that's literally like somebody put like a lemon sherbet sweet or lemon sherbet powder, just poured it into a beer, like a lager or something, a light lager, mix it up, and then bang, there you go. I must say, I really, really like that. As a fan of zesty, citrusy drinks, I really do like that. It's light, refreshing, and as it's low on the alcohol content, that is a good session beer that you could be on all day, and I could be happily drinking that all day. So, what do I think of that? That's 1,000% wet the whistle. So, yeah, easily my most favourite beer of the day. What am I going to be giving that? So I'm going to give in that sour, and I think it's probably the best sour that I've probably ever had as well. I'm going to be giving that a good and solid 8.9 out of 10. That is a superb little sour, which is the Fancy Lemon, done by Twice Brewed, 2.8% sour. Cheers. So, right, ladies and gents, we are on our 5th tipple of the day, and we decided to go for something a little bit different. We have gone for this, the Peach and Apricot Lassie by New Invention Milkshake Ale at 5%. As some viewers of the channel may know, I've had very deep and in-depth sort of adventure in India. So, and when I was there, I explored and definitely had my fair share of lassies at a time. So I had mango lassies, which is definitely my favourite. I also explored lemon lassi, which is not so good. Pineapple lassi, and then I had a banana lassi, so which both pineapple and banana were good. So yeah, this is a little bit different, where it's an alcoholic beverage, so it's mainly just replicate, I assume, or replicate the taste similar to a lassi, but this time it's peach and apricot. So yeah, a little bit different. We're going to give it a go and see what we think. So yeah, colour on this bad boy to start off with. Looks pretty good to me. Wow, yeah, it's very sweet, pungent smell. So yeah, you can smell the peach from a mile off. It does smell very, very nice. Not so much the apricot, maybe a little bit. But yeah, predominantly getting that big smell of peach. But let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh, that's a strange one, I must say. Yeah, you get it's very strange and almost contrasting. You get very sweet. Sweet notes of apricot. I think as you're tasting it, that's the thing that hits you immediately straight away. Bang! Get sweet notes of apricot. And as you're drinking it, it is quite thick and heavy. Like I say, that it's got that milkshake lassi sort of element. Then it's got like a bit of a bitter aftertaste. I'm not to say it's that bitter aftertaste, which I'm not really like. It's not really my cup of tea. Yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment, especially coming from the high of having that lemon, the high of that Fancy Lemon sour bit. What's my overall thoughts on the milkshake ale? I think I'm going to be giving that I think I'm going to be giving that I think it's going to be 6.5 out of 10. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Maybe expecting something a little bit better, a little bit different. I don't know if it's just a bit too quirky, a little bit too out there. Yeah, that's my thoughts anyway on the peach and apricot lassi. So yeah, cheers. Okay, right, so 6th tipple of the day. So we have gone for something a little bit lighter, something a bit more refreshing. We've gone for this Solas. So we've gone for Pilsner by Alfred's, 4.8%. So yeah, wouldn't say it's like super weak at all. So like, I've gone back up to more normal strength, sort of like beers. and we've dived back into the beer element. So we had a few like milkshakes or sours, something a little bit different. Now we've gone back into sort of like the core solid bits, yeah, basically, yeah, what everyone knows, yeah, and we can kind of go from there. So yeah, let's have a little look. So looking at the pills now, so right here. So I'd say it's yeah, very light in colour. So it looks light, looks refreshing. Giving it a whiff, yeah, it's as Pilsner as you'd expect it to be. It doesn't have much of a scent. It's not exactly pungent at all. Let's give it a taste. See if it throws up any surprises or blows my mind at all. Yeah, well, there is something bog standard. Anyway, cheers. It's alright. It's a good, refreshing like Pilsner or a lager. Basically, what would I compare it to? Maybe probably compare it to something like Asahi. Yeah, I think Asahi is probably like the thing I'd most closely related to, like a mainstream lager. But pretty good for what it is. It's not absolutely blowing my mind, but it's a good solid beer. So what do I think of it? I'm going to go and give that a... I'm going to give that a good and solid 7.7 out of 10. So I think it's a pretty good solid beer. I can't knock it. It's not a bad beer. It's just very, very standard. Very similar to what I've tasted before. So yeah, I'm going to drink this up. Might have a little look and assess what's still on the menu. So I don't know whether to go for a Kolsch or not. Which is the quiche of Bodmin Moor. So like possibly might do that or something else, but we'll see as time goes by, and we'll keep you updated on that. Anyway, cheers.
Off camera, whilst waiting for the magic performance to begin, I decided to go back to trying the pale ales. So I went for this one pictured, called Palm Dreams, a 4.4% tipple done by the brewer's Chain House. Although it was a hoppy, steady beer with plenty of flavour and certainly not the worst one of the day, I thought there were better beers out there. Therefore, I gave this a 7.6 out of 10. Now cut to a little snippet of the magic and comedy act.
Cards up in the air. Here we go. It's not works, is it? Now, Josie, we did meet earlier, Josie, but we're not setting up for that, honest to God, have we? Josie, would you be impressed if I told you in your right-hand jeans pocket was your card? Is it? No, it's not. That would have been good. Check this out, Josie. I don't know if you can see what's inside here, look. If we can check outside the Hoover here. Check this out. Inside here, look. Can we see this? It's a bit of dust. Did they clean this place? There's a card inside there. Check that card out, Josie. Was that your card?
No.
No?
No.
What?
It's a joke or someone.
What's it say? Wrong Hoover. Did you bring a Hoover with you? Check this one out down here. Look. There's one just down there. Go check that Hoover out for me. Is that your card? Ladies and gentlemen, Josie, you want to pause? Josie. That was hard work, wasn't it, right?
Right, okay, so beverage 8 of the day. So we've just come out of the comedy show, so not too bad, but yeah, we thought, come out of that. It's been a little while since we've had a little beverage, so I'm a little bit parched. We've gone for this little number here, and this is one right at the bottom of the menu. It is the Soprano Elderflower, done by the brewer Dolphin. It's a 5.5% sour. It's an so it's an elderflower one. So the reason why I've gone for that is because well, I'm back at my family's home, so we often pick elderflower. We brew our own elderflower cordial. And I really love that stuff. So when I saw that on the menu, I thought, wow, that's really interesting. Let's see if an elderflower or an elderflower beer is as interesting and as tasty as an elderflower cordial that I have back at home. So, right, so initial first thoughts. Does look pretty interesting. So it looks like similar to sort of like a pale ale, maybe a little bit more opaque. Not too sure about that, but when I'm smelling it, initially bang, get the big hit of elderflowers. Once you know what elderflower smells like, it's indistinguishable. So you know exactly what it's like. Yeah, you can smell that from a mile away, and I can smell that from a mile away. So it smells bloody lovely. Let's give it a go. Let's see what it's like. So it says it's sour, so I wonder how sweet to tart. I wonder what sort of like the ratio is going to be for that. So let's give it a go, and I'll let you know what it's like. Cheers. Ooh. When they said it's sour, they're not wrong. They're being 100% honest, that is bloody sour. Just trying to think though, when I've had sours in the past, it's not the worst sour on the planet, but it will not compare to that fancy lemon or the lemon sour. That was absolutely top tier, and I think throughout my career of drinking, I think it's going to take something special to beat that lemon sour. But what's my thoughts on the elderflower one? Getting back to subject. Oh, I don't know. It's very sour. Maybe some people at home are thinking it's a bit ironic that I'm finding the sour a bit too sour. But it does have so once you get past the sourness, it does have those good notes of elderflower that I do like. What am I going to rate that? I am going to be giving that it might be a little bit lower, just subjectiveness. I'm not sure. I really like super tart sours, but it's not super awful. I'll be giving that I'll be giving that a 6.9. So I was thinking of doing the older 6.7, but slightly better. 6.9 is my score on the on the Soprano elderflower sour here at the Alton Beer Festival. Cheers. Right, okay, Thirsty Foreman here, and we're going to be doing our ninth and likely final tipple of the day. So we have gone for this one right here. We've gone for the Express Elevator to Hell, the strongest beer of the night, a triple IPA done by Bearwood, and 9.5% beer. So let's give it a go. So first impressions, a bit of a darker tinge to it. So we're smelling it. It's not got a lot of smell to it. So let's give it a go. What sort of thing? Cheers.
I can actually see you. No, you don't video. This is like modern shit. I can see it.
What? Yeah. So it's So in terms of the beer, I think it's quite you can definitely taste the alcohol. It's a strong beer. Yeah, it's quite a strong beer, but it's quite tasty. So, it's not exactly like complex. It's not citrusy. There's not a lot of like. There's not a lot of like hoppy or anything like that. There's not a lot of comment on it. It's just it's strong, but it is tasty. So like I could happily drink a pint of it and I'll be fine. So I'll be fine drinking it. Whether I'll feel fine after that on a 9.5% beer, I don't know. But yeah, what is my overall thoughts on this little? Yeah, on this little number here. I'm going to be giving that a. Yeah, not the best beer I've ever had. Don't wet the whistle, but it's solid. I don't despise it. Therefore, I'm going to be giving that a. I'm going to give that a 7.4 out of 10. So yeah, 7.4 out of 10. That's my thoughts on what's likely to be the final beer of the night and the strongest beer of the night. The Express Elevator to Hell. That's my thoughts. Cheers.
Right, 34 minutes giving my final thoughts and opinions of my time at the Alton Beer Festival. I've had a little bit of time to mull over how I found the day and how I found the beer. Yeah, just the overall experience in my head. And yeah, how are the ultimately the four components of how we do the beer scores normally. Yeah, how I found that. So if we go over the beer, which is the most important part, really, I think, we just get that done out of the way first of all. We tried a number of different beers, a real wide range of them. So lots of different types. Yeah, and as it was a little bit pricey to get in there, I thought the whole point was of that then to make it worth your money is we've got to go in there and try lots of beers. So that's what I thought. That's what I thought I did. So we I've got obviously I tried about I think it was about 9 beers I believe. So I'm going to be displaying all of those on the screen for you now, just to recap what I thought of each beer, and I'm going to tell you where that relates to on my beer ranking table, so you can see if that actually ranks quite highly or if it's lower down in the table. Basically, yeah, see how it compares to all of the beers that I've drank during my time on the channel. I've gone through and I've totted all of the scores up of each of the beers. I've calculated the average, and I got the average to be 7.2. But just due to the wide range of beers there, it well exceeded the 10 threshold that we needed to say, whether it gets a 0.5 boosting of the score for its availability. And it obviously does get that. It was at least 20 beers, and possibly more if I was miscounting. So I can't remember how much, but yeah, definitely well and truly above 10. I can certainly remember that. So the 7.2 gets a 0.5 boosting in the score to make it 7.7 in terms of the beer score. Then we move on to the food, and as you remember, I had the tacos, absolutely superb. Honestly, think that was the best tacos, some of the best tacos that I've ever had. I'm really struggling to think of some better tacos that I've had than that. Really nice, fresh, soft shell taco shells. Yeah, they were really, really nice. Limey, zesty pork, and I liked that pineapple slaw on it as well. It made the tacos really, really fresh and really Moorish, I must say. So therefore, I give it a 9 out of 10 because I thought the only way it could have been made gone a 10 out of 10 is possibly being a little bit better value for money. So I thought possibly it was £6 per taco because it was two tacos for 12 quid. I thought it was a little bit steep, maybe because it was better, fresher ingredients. I don't know. So that's possibly why they've come up with those prices. But I thought if it was a smidge cheaper and it was maybe more towards the, I don't know, say about 10 £10 for 2 tacos, I think that would boost it up to be the perfect 10 score. Then we came over to the cleanliness. That's 10. So I found no issue with the cleanliness at all. So like the toilets were always clean when I used them, and yeah, well, the glasses so when you're changing different drinks, then make sure the glass is nice and clean before they go and fill up with the next beer for you. So so your next beer isn't tainted by the previous one. So yeah, I gave that a 10. Perfect there. So when I go to sort of like overall vibes and enjoyment, so I think there was a few positives, a few positives and a few areas I think to improve on. So I'm just looking at my notes here, so hence why my face went dark there, because my notes disappeared from my computer screen for a second. But anyway, less me rambling. So the vibes and enjoyment. So I thought, first of all, getting in there. So I thought 50 quid. I was like, wow, this is a bit pricey. I'm struggling to think, at least some sort of like upfront costs. I'm struggling to think of a more expensive beer festival than that. So I'd say normally when you're going into a place like that, I'd say possibly, obviously you wouldn't get the beers included with that, but I don't know, maybe like tops of like a tenner or something like that to get in. Then you pay for your beers on top of that. So 50 quid was like, wow, it's pretty wild. But I don't know, I think how wild that is literally dependent, I think, on how much you drink. So because obviously all of the beers were included in that price, you could literally drink to your heart's content and get absolutely bladdered if you really wanted to. So yeah, so I thought it was, I'd say expensive, but I don't know, but maybe some other people might say it's not expensive if you're going to be literally getting on it and trying every single one like 3 or 4 times. So I thought possibly, that set the tone a little bit. I don't know. And then when we go over to the entertainment, so for example, I think personally, some people do like the sort of like the chat from the brewers and stuff like that. Because there was a talk with the brewers where they chatted about all their experience there. I think myself, I'd prefer sort of like a more, I'd prefer more like sort of like a chilled vibe with like, I don't know, like quiet music in the background. And if the brewers are about, you can maybe have a chat to them in person, one-on-one, and then you can get maybe that more sort of personal touch when you're asking questions and wanting to find out bits and pieces about the background and the brewery and the other types of beer that they make. So maybe that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. And then when it comes to the magic and the comedy, I thought these were going to be two very distinguished, distinguished and different acts, really. So I thought it was going to be, obviously one person for doing the magic and one person doing the comedy. But we found out in the end it was actually the same person doing both. On the magic, I thought, so I saw the guy do magic on one table. So I think I might pan the camera to that table when they were doing the magic, but he didn't seem to cut. That seemed, from at least what I could see anyway, that was the only table that he went to. And I thought, if you're going to be doing magic or display that as a sort of entertainment option, I thought there'd be more focus or more, at least like offering or trying to get round to all of the tables and then offering to do that magic if people wanted to see that. So and the fact that I didn't even get to see that magic in person because he never came to my table, I thought that was a bit disappointing. And then when it came to the comedy itself, it was like comedy / magic all in one. So it was maybe a little bit cheesy, the comedy a little bit. Sort of stuff that you kind of seen before. So I wouldn't say it's super original, super different. But I don't know. It was okay. So I wouldn't say it blew me away, but it wasn't like absolutely terrible at the same time. Don't get me wrong. So Yeah, but then, I think what boosted that up was being able to chat to the various different people there. So I know some people at the end that came from Portsmouth. They were having a chat to me because obviously they noticed the work I was doing on the camera. And they were in a bit of a chat and they're talking about sort of like their experience with their local boozers or pubs, and giving me some tips of where to maybe go and stuff like that. And so yeah, having that chat and that camaraderie, that was quite good. So that's what I really do like about these festivals. Sometimes it gives you the good opportunity to have a good mix and a mingle with different people, see what there is, and see what you can get out of it. Because you never know what you can get out of those sort of experiences, and chats with different people. But yeah, so I thought I just the sort of the negative that I talked about first of all, but then introducing the sort of like the positive at the end. So I incorporated both of those, and then therefore in a very long-winded way, basically I decided that 7.5 was a good way to was a good and fair score, I believe, on that. So then when I factor in all of those things combined and considering, I get an overall score of the festival to be an 8.6 out of 10. So that is a very, very good score, and I think it's a very, very fair and accurate score. A little bit pricey, obviously comparing it to the one and only other beer festival that I've done on this channel so far, which was the Basingstoke Beer Festival. But I think, for me, I think pricey, and yeah, you need a deep pockets, but I think once you're in there, I think you can very much make it good value for yourself. And I think overall it was relatively good fun. Yeah, that's basically my my overall thoughts and opinions of my time at the Alton Beer Festival. You let me know in the comments. So let me know, have you been to this beer festival either this year gone? So whether you're a new subscriber, or whether you've been to possibly been to the Alton Beer Festival in the past. So I'll be curious to know your thoughts, whether you agree with me or whether or whether you think I'm maybe trying a little bit of rubbish or disagree. So, but yeah, if you've enjoying the work so far, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. Well, we'll be trying to post and get a bit more regular on the video content as we go on, because I know I've been absolutely poor and a bit shocking recently on the video content. I'll be maybe trying to chuck out some more sort of holiday vlogging stuff as a bit of filler whilst we work out what I'm going to be doing next on the next on the channel, because I'm not really too sure yet what I'm going to be doing video wise. But yeah, we've got a few ideas in the pipelines that I'm gonna ponder and kick over those, and then see what takes my fancy, and we'll kind of go from there. So, but yeah, till the next episode on the Thirsty Foreman channel, it's over and out.